the world of business, there are leaders, and then there are those who attempt to rewrite the very rules of reality. Elon Musk, without a doubt, belongs to that second category. Today, we're diving deep into the story behind Musk's trillion-dollar beta compensation plan. So massive, so controversial, and so fiercely debated that shareholders are now being asked to vote on whether he even deserves it. To truly understand what's at stake, we need to rewind the clock. Let's go back to a time when almost no one believed in Tesla. Picture this. It is Nissan Juhachi. Tesla is a company teetering on the edge of collapse. The Model 3 production line, what Musk famously called production hell, was in absolute chaos. The company was hemorrhaging cash, burning through millions of dollars every single day. On Wall Street, analysts were calling it a spectacular disaster. Short sellers were circling like vultures, attacking from every direction and placing massive bets on its failure. Most people weren't just skeptical. They were predicting Tesla's bankruptcy was just months away, and if Tesla failed, it wouldn't just be one company going under. The dream of electric vehicles would likely fail with it. The entire auto industry would happily go back to gasoline and stay there for another generation. It was at this moment, with his back against the wall, that Elon Musk made a deal. A deal with the board, with the investors, and most importantly, with himself. His proposal was simple and audacious. If Tesla becomes one of the most valuable companies in the world, I get paid. If I fail, I get absolutely nothing. No salary, no cash bonus, no guaranteed shares. It was the ultimate all-or-nothing bet. This is the very performance plan at the heart of the controversy today. So, what exactly was this impossible deal? The plan laid out a series of staggering milestones that Musk had to hit. First, he had to increase Tesla's market capitalization in 12 stages, taking it from a respectable $50 billion all the way to an astronomical $650 billion. But that wasn't all. Alongside the market cap growth, he also had to achieve unprecedented revenue and profitability targets. Essentially, he had to transform Tesla from a niche, money-losing car maker into a global, dominant, and highly profitable corporation. At the time, this didn't just sound ambitious. It sounded like pure fantasy. Even the most optimistic Wall Street analysts laughed it off. They called it a publicity stunt, a CEO's daydream. And yet, within 5 years, Tesla did it. Not only did Tesla hit those milestones, it shattered them. The stock price soared. The factories scaled from 1 to 4 global gigafactories. The entire automotive industry was forced to pivot and follow Tesla's lead. By 2021, Tesla's market value didn't just reach $650 billion. It rocketed past the $1 trillion mark, peaking at over $1.2 trillion. That's a feat no other car company in history has ever come close to achieving. And just like that, by meeting every single target, Elon Musk had unlocked the largest and most extraordinary compensation package in human history. Which brings us to the big question. If he met the terms of the deal, why are we voting on it now? Well, this is where the story gets complicated. A Delaware court voided the package earlier this year, arguing the process for approving it back in 2018 was flawed. But beyond the legal battle, a new concern has emerged among some investors. They believe Elon Musk is no longer fully committed to Tesla. They look at his ever-growing empire and see a CEO whose attention is dangerously divided. He's running SpaceX, launching rockets, and aiming for Mars. He's building Starlink, a global satellite internet service. He's developing brain-computer interfaces with He's digging tunnels with the Boring Company. He acquired and is radically transforming Twitter into X, the everything app. And now, he's launched XAI to compete in the artificial intelligence arms race. They fear that, with so many monumental projects, Tesla is no longer his primary focus. They worry that the very leader who pushed the company to impossible heights might now be the one holding it back. This is the core of the debate. On one side, you have shareholders who say a deal is a deal. Musk delivered on his promises on a scale that nobody thought possible. He generated nearly $1 trillion in shareholder value to deny him his reward. Now, they argue, is not only unfair, but sends a terrible message to any visionary leader willing to take a similar risk. They believe his leadership, even if divided, is still Tesla's greatest asset. They point to his relentless drive and say that that's exactly what the company needs to navigate the next phase of its growth, from self-driving technology to the Optimus robot. They argue that this vote isn't just about the money. It's a vote of confidence in Musk's continued leadership. Taking away this package could be seen as a vote of no confidence, potentially alienating the very person who made Tesla what it is today. They believe a motivated Elon is the best Elon for Tesla. On the other side of the argument, you have investors who are genuinely worried. They see Tesla facing more competition than ever before. From legacy automakers finally getting serious about EVs to aggressive new players from China. In this critical moment, they want a CEO who is 100% focused on Tesla. They point to recent controversies and Musk's unpredictable behavior on X as distractions that harm the brand. They worry that his focus is shifting towards his other companies, especially XAI, and that he might even be redirecting valuable talent and resources away from Tesla. For them, this isn't about rewriting history or denying his past achievements. It's about the future. They believe the sheer size of the compensation is excessive and sets a bad precedent for corporate governance. Their vote against the plan is a message. Tesla needs a dedicated, full-time CEO to steer the ship through the increasingly stormy waters ahead. It's a call for renewed focus and accountability. So, what happens next? This is more than just a vote about money. It's a referendum on the future of Tesla and the nature of leadership itself. If shareholders vote yes and approve the package, it will be a massive endorsement of Elon Musk. It would reaffirm his position at the helm and likely embolden him to continue pursuing his multi-company ambitions. It would be a powerful statement that shareholders value his visionary, risk-taking style above all else. However, if they vote no, the consequences are much less certain. It could strain the relationship between Musk and the board, and some speculate it might even lead him to step back from his role at Tesla, focusing his energy elsewhere. It would signal a desire for more traditional, stable leadership. Either way, the outcome will send shockwaves through the business world. It will set a precedent for how companies reward groundbreaking innovation and how they manage leaders who operate far outside the conventional CEO playbook. This is a pivotal moment in corporate history. This story forces us to ask some fundamental questions. What do we truly value in a leader? Is it steady, focused management? Or is it audacious, world-changing vision, even if it comes with chaos and distraction? Can one person effectively lead multiple revolutionary companies at the same time? And how should we reward someone who achieves the impossible? There are no easy answers here. The case for and against Musk's compensation are both compelling. It is a clash between honoring an unprecedented achievement and securing the future stability of a company that has changed our world. As the votes are cast, the future of Tesla start with an engaging, high-energy tone. Picture this. It's the biggest shareholder vote in corporate history. The stakes, not just billions of dollars, but the very soul of one of the world's most revolutionary companies. This isn't just about a paycheck. This is a story about power, loyalty, and the future of technology itself. And at the center of it all is one man, Elon Musk. Transition to a more analytical tone. So, what's really going on with this Tesla vote? On the surface, it's about reapproving a massive compensation package for Musk, a plan once worth over $50 billion, which was struck down by a Delaware court. But if you dig just a little deeper, you'll find this is no longer a simple business transaction. It has transformed into a high-stakes referendum on leadership. The core question has become this. Should Tesla shareholders give Elon Musk his full, unprecedented reward to ensure he remains at the helm, fully focused and dedicated? Or Should the board and investors push back, assert traditional corporate governance, and risk driving away the very man who built the empire? This isn't a spreadsheet decision anymore. This is a power struggle, plain and simple, playing out on a global stage. The vote is now a symbol. It's about who truly controls the future of Tesla. Is it the shareholders, the board, or the visionary founder? To understand why the stakes are so incredibly high, you have to understand that Musk isn't just the CEO of Tesla. He's not a manager who came in to optimize a pre-existing system. He is the vision engine. He is the central nervous system of the entire operation. Think about it. Yes, the one who architected the original master plan for Tesla when it was just a tiny, struggling startup. He's the one who personally intervened to save the factories during multiple production crises, famously sleeping on the factory floor to oversee the ramp-up of the Model 3. He single-handedly pushed Tesla from a niche, boutique luxury brand into a global automotive force that has shaken the entire industry to its core. His presence isn't symbolic. It's structural. He's deeply involved in engineering, design, and strategy. Without Musk, Tesla doesn't just get a new CEO and move on. It becomes a fundamentally different company. The DNA changes, and investors, both big and small, know this deep down. That's why this vote has become so emotional, so polarized, and so genuinely historic. It's a battle for the heart of the company. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here. This vote isn't just about Tesla or even just about Elon Musk. It's a clash of two completely different philosophies about how to build the future. On one side, you have the world of traditional corporate governance. This world values predictability. It values control. It is, by its very nature, risk. It's about steady, incremental growth and protecting shareholder value through established processes. It's the MBA textbook approach. And on the other side, you have the Musk method. What does that look like? It's chaotic. It's unsteady. It's often impossible to manage by conventional standards. He sets impossibly ambitious goals. He communicates directly and unfiltered to the public. And he operates with a sense of urgency that makes traditional boards extremely nervous. But it's also the method that is pushing humanity's technological boundaries forward at an incredible speed. Remember, Tesla was never just another automaker. If you think this is only about building electric cars, you're missing the point. Tesla is a multifaceted technology company. It's a leader in energy storage with its Powerwall and Megapack systems. It's at the bleeding edge of developing self-driving AI and neural networks. It's venturing into robotics with the Optimus Bot. It's creating a global manufacturing blueprint for clean power and sustainable transportation. This isn't about making a slightly better sedan. This is about rewriting the entire playbook for how we generate, store, and use energy on a planetary scale. This vote, therefore, isn't just a choice between two management styles. It asks a choice about which path we want to take into the future of human technology. The steady, well-trodden path, or the chaotic, brilliant, and breakneck speed trail being blazed by a once-in-a-generation innovator. So, as the vote approached, the world of investors, employees, and tech enthusiasts fractured into two distinct camps. You could feel the divide. In Camp A, you have the believers. Their argument is powerful and simple. Look at what he's already done. He literally changed the world. He earned this. Visionaries like this shouldn't be managed like regular executives. You don't put a leash on a force of nature. For them, paying Musk is not a cost. It's an investment in continued innovation. It's about securing the genius that got them here in the first place. They see the compensation not as a reward for past work, but as a critical retainer for future miracles. Then you have Camp B, the pragmatists. Their argument is rooted in principle and good governance. No single individual is bigger than the company. The ultimate control must belong to the shareholders and the board, not one man, no matter how brilliant. They worry about the precedent this sets. They're concerned about Musk's divided attention with his other companies, like SpaceX and X. They believe that for Tesla to mature into a stable, long-lasting institution, it must learn to operate within the established rules of the corporate world. Both sides have valid points. Both sides understand the immense stakes. But arguably, only one side truly grasps the potential cost of losing Musk. Because history has taught us a very painful lesson, and it's a lesson we've seen play out before. When a true visionary is pushed out of the company, Steve Jobs at Apple in the 80s, the company does unjust collapse. It loses its vision. It becomes safe. It becomes predictable. It starts making decisions by committee. The crazy ones are silenced in favor of the sensible ones. The products become incremental improvements instead of revolutionary leaps. And then, slowly but surely, it becomes irrelevant. The magic is gone. The question for Tesla shareholders was whether they were willing to risk that same fate. Now, let's step back from the immediate outcome of the vote for a moment. Whether the package was ultimately approved or not,
Whether Musk receives that eye-watering compensation or not.
one thing is already undeniably true, and it can't be taken away by any court or any vote. Elon Musk has already changed the world. He fundamentally changed how we think about space exploration, making reusable rockets a reality and reigniting our dreams of becoming a multiplanetary species. He single-handedly forced the entire global auto industry to pivot to electric vehicles, accelerating the transition to sustainable energy by at least a decade. He changed how we think about energy grids, about solar power, about the very fabric of what is technologically possible. That kind of impact, that seismic shift in human progress, doesn't get erased because of a single boardroom decision. A legend isn't measured by their salary. A legend is measured by the trajectory they set for the future. And by that measure, Elon Musk's legacy is already secure. Whatever happens next, one thing is certain. He is still moving forward. The story is not over. In fact, it feels like it's still being written, with the most exciting chapters yet to come. Thanks so much for watching. What do you think about this whole situation? Are you in Camp A or Camp B? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories shaping our world. See you in the next one.